Hi, I'm Jaqueline P'ng and you're watching the HTV Evening Highlights. A 3% cut in employees' EPF contribution and a tax relief for those earning 8,000 ringgit and below. These are among the measures in the revised budget 2016, which takes into consideration the sharp fall in the oil prices. The PM says the revised budget will enable the government to save 9 billion ringgit. Presenting the revised budget, said the government now expects the economy to grow at a slower pace. GDP growth will be 4 to 4.5% compared with the earlier forecast of 4 to 5%. And the government's revenue is now based on average Brent crude oil price set at $30 to $35 a barrel against $48 previously. The PM also announced several new measures, including a 3% cut in employees' EPF contribution aimed at boosting private consumption expenditure by 8 billion ringgit a year. The government will provide a special tax relief of 2,000 ringgit to individual taxpayers with a monthly income of 8,000 ringgit and below for the year of assessment 2015. This measure, which will benefit 2 million taxpayers, provides tax saving of up to 475 ringgit per person. Najib stressed that the government is committed in achieving a fiscal deficit target of 3.1% to GDP. Besides that, the national debt level will continue to be reduced and it will not exceed the prudent level of 55% to GDP. At a forum later to discuss the revised budget, Bank Negara Governor Tan Sri Zeti Akhtar Aziz spoke about inflation. She expects inflation for 2016 to range between 2.5 and 3.5%, adding that it could even go beyond 4% in the first quarter of the year. Zeti said inflation is expected to peak in the first quarter as a result of adjustments to subsidy rationalization and implementation of the GST before normalizing.
As a result of the drop in oil prices, this offset some of the increase.
Zeti said another factor that could contribute to the increase in inflation is the depreciation in the ringgit. And the central bank is monitoring the matter very closely.
Right now, we are not seeing it to a significant extent, but if it reaches the certain threshold levels, then some businesses may pass on these higher costs. So we have to monitor that very carefully.
The country's inflation, as measured by the Consumer Price Index, rose 2.1% in 2015 compared to 2014. The ringgit hit its strongest in nearly 8 weeks in a positive reaction to the revised budget. Investors bought the local currency after the government maintained its fiscal deficit target at 3.1% of GDP and not raise it as predicted by some economists. The ringgit rose more than 1% against the US dollar today to 4.20, its strongest since December 7th. The Malaysian currency also touched a near 4-month peak of 2.94 against the Singapore dollar. Dealers said ringgit sentiment was also boosted by the government's statement that it won't impose capital controls or peg the ringgit. The all-new Jaguar XE sports sedan was launched in Malaysia. Dubbed as the true driver's car, it is set to redefine the concept of sports sedan. The new XE is packed with many groundbreaking features. It is the only vehicle in its class to use an aluminium-intensive monocoque. This structure is fundamental to the XE's innovative benchmark vehicle dynamics. The XE is also equipped with all-surface progress control or ASPC. Jaguar Land Rover Malaysia is offering 3 variants to the XE. All 3 variants comes with an 8-speed automatic transmission system. Prices start from 340,000 to 582,000 ringgit on the road without insurance and inclusive of GST. For a premium ownership experience, every XE comes with a 5-year or 150,000 kilometers warranty and a 3-year roadside assist. And that wraps up the evening highlights. I'm Jaqueline P'ng. Thank you for watching.